swords inside your mouth. But we slow. Throw your rocks. The entire house. We not concerned with all that folklore you're lying about. All that talk gon' leave the cold sores inside your mouth. But we slow. Throw your rocks. The entire house. We not concerned with all that folklore you're lying about. All that talk gon' leave the cold sores inside your mouth.
That'll make you angry as a...
They said it wouldn't be televised. You would think it ain't no revolution. You shine a light and translucent. Type crazy, no Cam Newton. These ain't Panthers. These ain't white hoods like movements. We seeing tap dances. Keep seeing crossovers. These ain't hooping. Glossed over. We see it, no fly list. Ain't tripping. In the cut like corpse flower, late bloomer. Talking about the old ways, okay, boomer. Slime put up in the old school. Crooked letter with the Vogue shoes. I know he a straight shooter. Keep a beat like a pacemaker. We some peacemakers, go debate Buddha. Placeholders out here claiming ruler, we going yard. Fairs Bueller got no regard for the new school.
Timberwolves continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, we've got two teams that boast some serious firepower off the bench.
And that depth makes each team more difficult to defend, more unpredictable. Both sides have a lot of guys who can step up on any given night.
Now here's Edwards. Maxey grabs the miss.
Wow, that's embarrassing. Come on, just put the ball in the hole.
The shot by George, no good. And the Timberwolves with possession. Edgecombe with the steal. All going up court. From deep, Maxey. And the three ball is good. Maxey's got the first basket of the game for the 76ers. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse. His team is facing off with the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. As far as how they plan to defend him, Coach said it'll be a team effort. They plan to rotate who has him defensively, and Coach's words were, Ant is so special. You have to guard him with the numbers. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Outside, Edwards. For the three. It's hauled in by Paul George.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time? Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's DiVincenzo. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Here's Maxey. Just 5 to shoot.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam?
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to George. And George with the stuff.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Back to DiVincenzo. Picked by Randall. Gobert in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. To the middle. Here's George. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
And recognize the change of possession and got in front for the score. Randall just a step ahead on that one.
Now, here's Maxey. Oubre on the wing. Here's Edwards. Has to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And the slam, if Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
The 76ers with another miss. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Oubre. Outside, Maxey. No good from outside.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. Paul George grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Maxey. Oubre outside. Oubre on the wing. Stolen by McDaniel. Here's Randall. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
And Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside, and he's not going to start now.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Barlow. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Basket good.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back to the action in just a minute. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
Inside, and Randall throws it down.
Few guys read the game like Conley.
The 76ers trailed by 8. Here's McCain. Jams it in off the great move.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have. And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Clock is at 3. Good D by Drummond. It's Grimes on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Grimes has got it all tied up now for the 76ers. As the 25th pick back in the 21 draft, Tim, what's enabled Quentin Grimes to really break through here recently?
It's pretty simple, Kevin. It's opportunity. He finally got that chance to be able to be free offensively to show what his ceiling is, a much larger role offensively. Kind of reminds you of Jamal Murray a little bit, particularly now that he's got the green light.
So he's had the body, had the skills. It was just, as you're saying, the opportunity there to really capitalize.
Absolutely. That's as good as it gets. Woo!
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
To the inside. Here's Barlow. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. For three, Edwards drops in the tray. 3-point. Edwards got 5 now.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around him.
Lowry has the open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Edwards launches a 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Back to Maxey. The 3, good on the triple. 6 points for him.
And one of the many ways Maxey could hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Reed misses. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Here's Maxey. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And in that pick-and-roll action, you have to stop the ball first. Maxey too good with the rock in his hands.
Edwards, no good. And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 1. Back to Maxey. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first half. 4 on the clock. From the arc. Another miss by Maxey. And here are the Timberwolves. To the paint. Out to Edwards. Misses the 3. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Outside, Lowry. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
And that strength of Drummond at times can be overwhelming. Awesome at staying with his shot, even when the pressure is on.
Both teams will make substitutions. The 76ers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And the Sixers last season, Tim, winning less than half as many games as had been projected.
Well, the injury bug completely derailed their season. And by the tail end of that year, a low win total was actually in their best interest because they were trying to ensure they retained their top 6 protected pick.
Pass to Barlow. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's DiVincenzo. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got 12 in the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards at full speed. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Driving inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Edwards drives in. And he makes that one. 14 points for Anthony Edwards.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant.
The three from George. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Down low. It's stolen by Randall. And Edwards with a clear pass to the basket.
How about the instincts on the defensive side from Randall? Excellent job there of getting the steal.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. And Edwards slams it in.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Embiid the screen. And George, here we go. Gobert with the block. And the foul called on Jared McCain. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Minnesota substitution.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all that stuff, but it'll still work. Guys?
You got it, trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie. And Tim, this is year 2 of that 4-year, $211 million contract for Paul George.
And when he's been healthy, Kevin, he has shown himself to be one of the best swingmen in the game. But now he's in his mid-30s, and this can be the point where players often start to wear down.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 5. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Let's the three fly. Rebound by the 76ers. Out to the wing. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
That's what they really want to get from Edgecombe, a consistent stroke from the perimeter.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that will get him going. He thrives on that type of play.
Pass to Reed. Now here's DiVincenzo. Now Randall. Right side, Reed. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give him something to think about.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Substitution on the court.
1:29 left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 2. Good work there as it goes. Conley's got 5 now.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Well, he saw the opportunity, and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Conley. Pass to Highland. And the wide open shot from Reed. Drills the three-pointer. Reed's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves. Here's George. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. George has got 13 points in the second half. There's the pick. Left side, Reed. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Conley's got a great set of skills as a passer. He might not always make the flashy pass, but he will make the smart.
George. Oubre outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's... see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The 76ers trailed by 10. Now McCain. Pass to Grimes. And Quentin Grimes gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Minnesota leading by 10. Now here's Conley. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
From deep three-point land. Rebound by the 76ers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
It's McCain on the wing. To the middle. And Philadelphia with another turnover here.
Timberwolves ball. Substitution on the court.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Outside Conley. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. The three from George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 20 points.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Mike Conley.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot clock at 5. It's up a 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 12. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Teams changing it up here. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you. Edwards getting the close range, too. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
Now Edwards. It's in. His shot is pure.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 14. Edwards drives in. Oh, he can't jam it home. He is denied. George fires. Missed on the 3. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Edwards, and he misses the J.
Gotta knock down that shot. When you don't, you're letting the defense off the hook.
Shoots the 3. Down he goes for 3.
Take your focus off Maxey for 1 second, and he will let it fly from out there.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Challenge for Philadelphia. Number 21.
And here is DiVincenzo. Now Reed. Edwards. Cleared away by George. Left side Maxey. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Randall.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Minnesota.
Their superior ball handling, 1 and 4.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where he just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Here's Edwards. Driving in. Oh, what a play inside.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
Edwards drives in. Let's lose a 3. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
Rock steady. We're about ready to rock steady.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Now here's Fox. Pass to Wembanyama. And one thing we expect to see tonight, great guard play on both sides.
Well, these matchups can be so compelling. You know you're going to get elite ball handling, passing, shot creation. No question, this one's going to be entertaining to watch. Yeah, with his size and build, Towns can be very forceful inside, and no one was able to stop him.
Now here's Fox. Clock at 6. Launches it from deep. And it's New York with a rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Out to Bridges. Stolen by Castle. Back come the Spurs in transition. Three-pointer, Fox. San Antonio again can't hit. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success. Well, when the three ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but his team's foundation of togetherness has helped. He can really read the floor. Precision pass and rhythm.
Pass to Barnes. Puts it up from 17, and he hits the jumper.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Anunoby for three. He drops it from range. Anunoby's got 7 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Brunson. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
New York making a switch here. Now here's Fox. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Fox has gotten his second bucket of the game.
A 6'3" point guard, Fox has solid size at the one, and it really helps him out inside.
Back to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Vassell outside. Off target from outside. New York trailing. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I like that. Towns attacking the rim with intent.
Three from Barnes. And Anunoby pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Left side Brunson. Pass to Towns. Stolen by Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. The Knicks with the rebound. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective. Taking it right to the defense. Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
And the Spurs with possession here after New York picked up the three with their last shot. Pass to McBride. And here's Brunson. He's covered by Fox. Fires at the elbow. And it's New York scoring again.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Fox for three. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Outside McBride. Boom! He jams it straight down.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little bit.
And so it's the New York Knicks, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Back to the game after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Clarkson outside. Drives to the hoop. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Johnson took it right to the hole.
And it's been an interesting ride of late for Keldon Johnson. Stan being asked to take on a number of different roles.
Well, B.A., some guys would struggle seeing their spot in the rotation and their minutes change. But Johnson takes it all in stride and puts the team first.
Pass to Clarkson. Bridges down low. Here's Robinson. It's deflected. Outside Johnson. Here's Waters. Here's Cornette. Robinson defending. Here's Harper. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, nice read by Harper. You know, this rookie is a lefty, and that's tricky to guard in the pick-and-roll game.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit. Bring that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And stolen by Yabusele. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Back to Bridges. Here's Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a big finish by Robinson.
Nice pass by Bridges. Just keeping his options open out there.
Spurs trail by 8. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent. And we saw it from Harper in college. He's a 3-level scorer, effective inside when he needs to be.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Bridges. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And it's Clarkson missing. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. It's stolen by Clarkson. Pass to McBride. From outside the arc. And it's Clarkson missing. Spurs trail by 6. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, showcasing his athleticism on that jam. Harper loves rising up and dropping the hammer.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams deciding to change it up. Knicks leading by 4. the right side. Pass to Clarkson. Anunoby on the wing. Offline with a three. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Fox with the ball. And it's Brunson picking him up. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby.
He saw the pass coming a mile away. He was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
How about Towns rumbling down that court, completing the break?
Back to Fox. Launches a three. Oh, an absolute bomb by Fox. And when you're trying to slow down a great score, there are those shots you just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, B.A., you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Brunson on the drive. Clarkson for three. Rebound San Antonio.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Castle for three. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Towns. .55 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Three-pointer, Fox. That shot, no good. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Tipped. Wembanyama with it. And Clarkson picks him up defensively. Open shot, Barnes. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Here's Brunson. Sneaking inside. It's Brunson. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. San Antonio on top. They lead by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. New York trailing. To the middle. Kicks it out, Towns. The floater. Stolen by Castle. Three-pointer, Fox. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Brunson. And the shot goes down. Brunson's got 6 points.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Robinson on the wing. Out to Bridges. Inside. It's stolen by Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Barnes. Three-pointer. The shot comes out.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And a miss there on the triple. A tight one here in New York City. Towns with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Towns getting it done under the hoop.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Brunson outside. Barnes with the rebound. Now Vassell. No made baskets yet. Wembanyama with a bucket.
That's very light work for Wembanyama from that play.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Guys?
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Well, when your big can contribute from the line like Towns, you gotta like your chances.
Now, into the lineup for New York.
Kicks it out to Anunoby. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. 10 points here for OG Anunoby. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight. When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Well, with De'Aaron Fox, he may go through peaks and valleys, but he's always dangerous, Stan.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes you watch and think, this defense is doing a great job against him. And then he'll drop 15 and a quarter without even breaking a sweat.
6 to shoot. From downtown. That shot off the mark. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to McBride. Back to Brunson. From the high post. And it's New York with another.
A true offensive mastermind. Brunson has a knack for finding shots for himself.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now here's Fox. 14 points for him. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. And it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's his first foul. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Bridges, right side. Outside McBride. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Clarkson. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
San Antonio trailing here. Driving in. The kick out to Johnson. Here's Sohan. San Antonio again can't hit. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Outside McBride. Here's Clarkson. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, powered down with both hands.
What a slam by the 6'3" Clarkson, showing he still got some ups.
Woo! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
"19 seconds left in the third. Down low. Kornet. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. New York out in front.
41. The Spurs, 39.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Harper. No good there.
That's a gutty rebound in traffic. Great effort.
Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
What a powerful dunk by Towns. Showing the rim no mercy.
And it's going to be a 3-second call. So both teams changing it up here. New York leading by 4. There's the drive. And Kolek gets it to go.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Harper. Over to the wing. Kornet in the post. Up court, he grabs the board. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play.
Yes, Sohan's calling card. He has the length and agility to swarm you on defense.
Here's Harper. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Okporty. Pass to Clarkson. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Here's Harper. So both teams making some changes here.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Fox feeling it out a bit. Robinson with the block. And Anunoby with it. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
Wembanyama's shot is good.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Kicks it out Towns. Pass to Bridges. Up top, Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
Here's Wembanyama. Robinson with a steal. Towns fires. No good Spurs trail by 6. Now Vassell. Now Barnes. Outside Vassell. Beyond the arc. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
Here's Robinson. And he slams it down.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Vassell outside. And he drives in. Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Well, sometimes you forget how long and quick Vassell is. A lethal combination on the block.
Towns outside. Yes, sir!
Well, in a big moment, go to your big man. Towns can be so dominant when he needs to play.
Barnes outside. .125 left to the game. Here's Fox. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Now Barnes. Outside Fox. Barnes a screen. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. New York leading by 5. Brunson taking his time here. Here's Robinson. Outside Brunson. Now Bridges. And here's Brunson. From about 16. Oh, he dropped in a sweet J.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Fox fires. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks.
Standing tall, I got it.
I got it. I pick up a aim at the heart, pick up a blitz, pick them apart. I feel like a pit, but all bite.